Hi everyone, so my name is Charmaine and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to share some learning science to you, so hope you can apply the idea that I'm going to share with you into programming to ease your learning skills. I found out in learning programming you need to have some kind of strategy to learn. You couldn't just like directly learn. As a beginner, sometimes you feel the coding is quite difficult to understand because it's too complicated. Therefore, with a small concept from this little socket that I'm going to share with you later, you would understand how you can arrange your goals to create a better app. So I may not be a good programmer. I just learn everything mostly from YouTube. So I hope for my explanation later, you can get some points that I'm going to share with you. Okay, let us proceed. Okay, we are going to learn the strategy that I'm going to share with you. So what I want to share is about this is called reductionism. Okay, so actually reductionism is more to actually extract the whole area of it. Okay, for example, like this socket, I'm going to give example. So okay, let us start with app development. Okay, so imagine this is the app development. Okay, so you want to design an app, for example, like WhatsApp. Okay, so WhatsApp is a very big and very complicated app which contains a lot of things. For example, like the sign in function. Okay, so for example, like the login page, whether you want to connect with Facebook or IG and so on. However, mostly they will connect with your phone number, so they're able to get the security set up. Okay, and then furthermore, you also need to have a contact list inside your WhatsApp. Okay, so this is how we're going to work. Okay, so even for errors, even we can apply reductionism in errors. Okay, for example, like what I shared in my channel, mostly there's errors inside, like there's error videos that you can learn from there. Okay, and this is even for problems. For example, like sometimes when the Android Studio update into its new version, what kind of problem that you need to understand and start from there. Okay, so now we need a tool, right? Okay, so this is just a sharing like what kind of tools that you can use in programming. So what I suggest about the tools, you can actually learn it from Stack Overflow, okay, and GitHub, and like I mentioned just now, YouTube. Okay, let us understand like how reductionism works. So for example, I am doing this WhatsApp. Okay, I plan to do this WhatsApp, and I wanted to know what is inside the WhatsApp. Okay, so I will take out the functions that I'm going to see while I'm trying to interact with the WhatsApp. Okay, so when you want to know an application with the application of reductionism, okay, first and foremost, you need to know how to unlock the components of the app, like how I'm going to unscrew this to understand about the components of the app. Okay, I mean, if you guys understand what I'm trying to say, is that we are trying to understand the components of it, which is, for example, the functions of the app. Okay, So this is the cover of the WhatsApp, and we open it. Okay, voila. So inside there are so many things that we saw. For example, like this kind of screws inside. Okay, even for the spring, even for this kind of component inside, even for the spring and these functions to actually adjust the socket size of it. And we have a switch as well. Okay, so actually this socket is a spoiled socket. So for example, like when you want to understand errors, we also need to learn this kind of thing where actually is the error and how we can construct from there. Okay, then this is WhatsApp. Okay, as for reductionism, when we want to know about this kind of like how to understand WhatsApp, we have to know like what kind of component inside. For example, this thing is the sign in function. Then this small tube are the contact list. Okay, for the contact list, and this is the chat functions, and so on. So this is the sharing of mine about reductionism, and the reason why I want to share, because sometimes there are people who ask me like actually how programming works, and I kind of find it hard to share because mostly I learn it from YouTube and I use my own understanding to do it. It's just a small tips for you when you guys plan to do an app. Always keep it simple. Try not to aim too hard. At least from this sharing of mine about reductionism, at least from there you get to know like the component of the app. For example, if you want to start with a simple service app or any like drawing app and so on, you got to know the section of it. Like for example, like drawing app, the brush one side, the color, and the board to draw it. Okay, so that's all from me about reductionism and my tips for you for programming. If you guys don't understand, feel free to comment below, and I am open for consultation if you guys need like in detail like how to program. Actually, I have a few canvas that I can share with you later after this episode. I found out learning app is just not about the logic part of it. Sometimes you need to know the business idea of your app, and you need to know like whether it's valid or not. If not, sometimes you design an app that everyone is already using, and you just create just for commercial use, which is not quite I mean sometimes too many is not good, which means like for example, if you're in Google Play Store, you have like 2000 drawing apps, and you come out with a new drawing app unless there's a special function to it. But you know, that's why later in future I will just share about this kind of things, and like at least you get the idea on what to do. Okay, thanks for watching my channel, and don't forget to give a like and give a take give a like, just press our subscribe button. Okay, thank you and have a nice day.